pretty much improv, kind of improv on the entire concept of competition, what competition's all about. Over the years of being a coach, haven't been coaching for the past year, but when I was coaching, powerlifting, football, track, and just individual people, and coaching myself up and just coaching individuals, whether it be about specific sports or specific movements or life in general. I've always understood competition as finding out who you are, finding out who you really are. And that's what competition's about. That's why you do it. Winning is just part of the perks. The fame, the recognition, everything you get after that, hard work, is a perk. But the main reason that I believe my philosophy as a coach is that when you compete to find out about yourself, about who you really are. Because in life, you're always competing. You're always competing for that job. You're always competing for that love. You're always competing with yourself to make your life better. Be a religious man, a spiritual man at that. You never compete for God's love because He loves you the same. But in our human nature, we compete. But it's embedded in us because it's there to help us find out who we are, who we really are as a man, who we really are as a woman. Whichever gender preference you are, that's why you compete. Along the way, you lose that understanding because you become selfish within itself. It becomes inverted within itself. And you want that fame first. You want that glory first. But yet it's not all about that. That just comes with it. It comes with it. And in competition, you've got to prepare yourself. That's why you train so hard. Others train harder. I mean, others are going to train to one level. The others are going to train to another level. It just depends. Some people hype it up for their own sake. They feed off the energy of others. It just becomes this whole twisted thing when it becomes about competition. But bottom line is, what I'm trying to get at is that competition is about finding out who you are, who you truly are as a man. For example, in life, when somebody tries to bring you down, when a group of people try to bring you down, cut you down, accuse you of things, lie about you, you name it, you get in a wreck, you get hurt, it becomes a competition now with yourself, with, like the warrior says, what's his name? You're the wrestler, the warrior, one warrior nation. Talks about how you're competing against pretty much the evil one, the one that tells you can't do it, Mr. Resistance. That's what he talks about. It's pretty much talking about the evil energy that's out there, that tells you that you can't come back from an injury, that tells you you can't come back from this social destruction. Then it becomes competition, you against the world, you against that evil energy. That's what it becomes. Everything is a competition, but it's the way you approach it that makes you a winner. Winning is a perk. If you lose, then you've learned. If you win, then you have learned. It works both ways. To me, competition is it's not about winning or losing. It's about finding out who you are. It's like how my old instructor used to say from Gracie Baja, you just jump in the fire. Jump in the fire. And the way I took that is when you jump in the fire, you come back reborn from the ashes as a new man, like a phoenix. You just jump in the fire. That's what jiu-jitsu's taught me. That's what Brazilian jiu-jitsu's taught me. It has taught me to jump in the fire. Each time I compete, each time I'm training my best for competition, I find out who I am. It's the same thing when you are put through the trials of life. Jesus wants you to find out who you really are, what he's really made you of. But you have two choices, whether to take that road that is wide and easy and say, I give up, to say, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go drink with my buddies all day. I'm going to go cheat on my wife. I'm going to go have promiscuous sex all the freaking time. That's not competition. That's giving up. That's not training for what's to come. That's giving up. That's being lazy. Taking the other road. Preparing yourself. Learning, being knowledgeable of your own self, of your history, of your family's history. Being knowledgeable of your kids, of your wife, what they're doing, what they love. Not working day in, day out to serve somebody's wants, whether they're your wife or your kids. Then you're not prepared for that competition. You failed yourself. You never went in. It's like saying, nobody trains harder than me, and you don't even train. And then you go compete, and you expect to win. It's ridiculous. If you don't prepare yourself for your wife, but then you expect to win her over, expect her to love you, you're going to lose. If you expect your kids to love you and you spend no time with them, you don't find out who they are, and you expect them to love you, you lose. The only thing that you find out about yourself is that you're lazy. And then you start to blame other people. Oh, they never loved me, everything I did, all that work that I did. No, it's ridiculous. I'm at fault. We're all at fault. But competition is all about finding who you really are. It's a journey. You prepare yourself. And no matter what you're doing right now, prepare yourself. Even Christ says, prepare yourself for my coming. You've got to prepare yourself for that competition. You're not competing to go to heaven. What I'm saying is, you're competing against yourself and finding out who you really are. That's what makes you a winner. Winning those gold medals and winning world championships is just a perk. It's all hard work you put in. That's the beauty of competition. You never get up. You never give up. You never give up. Not get up, give up. Like I said, this is improv on the concept of competition. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I think I do hit on some pretty solid points there. Whether you agree with me or not, at the end of the day, when you sleep in your beds, you've competed against yourself the entire day. And you have to ask yourself one question. Did you succeed in preparing yourself for the next day? Did you succeed in accomplishing those small goals that make you a better man, that make you a better woman? Like my old coach used to say in high school, if you take care of the small things, the big things will take care of themselves. It's preparing yourself. How can you go out to a football game not preparing for the team or what they're going to run, what formation they're going to run? It's ridiculous. If you haven't worked out all summer, it's ridiculous. Some people literally think that you're just going to be magically blessed with talent and you're going to beat everybody. Literally, just by who you think you are. You're wrong. You're wrong. Competition is, you better prepare yourself. If you don't, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to disappoint yourself. The main thing is you're going to disappoint everything that you are. Sad thing is you'll never find out who you are if you never put yourself in that place and preparing yourself for competition. And then you wonder why our kids don't compete very well when they get out of high school, because we never teach them how to be prepared for the competition of life. So ladies and gentlemen, to me, competition is about finding out who you truly are. But the only way you can do that is by preparing yourself the proper way, not the egotistical way, not the hype way. Train hard, stay humble. What else can I say?